Welcome. It's evening for me, and it might be evening for you. Um, we are going to do slow practice. You could do this anytime during the day, um, but it could be especially good for the evening. So, what you're going to need is a strap. If you don't have a yoga strap, something long, a belt, a scarf, um, something to maybe sit up on or put under our head when we go onto our back. It could be a blanket or a folded towel. Will work good. I'm going to sit up on this right now. We're going to start seated. I highly recommend sitting up on something. This helps those hip flexors and everything relax a little bit. And then we're going to be on our side a little bit. You could put one or two folded pillows, or if you have a bolster, you could do that. And then, maybe when we're on our back, you might want to put something under your knees, or if you have something, there's a little ottoman here or the wall behind me, you could put your legs up, even onto like a chair, or you could put the bolster underneath, or even two blocks or two kind of couch cushions under the knees. The other thing is maybe this practice we don't really want to have super long nails. So sorry for all of you people into nail art. But yeah, the shorter the nails, the better. So just take a moment and get yourself ready. Find your seat, seated up on something. And this practice is inspired by one of my teachers, Bree Johnson. And we're just going to focus on creating some mobility in all of the muscles that help us to breathe. And hopefully we'll feel like we're going to be able to take a deeper, more relaxed breath by the end of this practice. We'll take our seats. We'll find those sit bones. We'll feel ourselves relax in that strong foundation. Letting the legs relax. Letting the hips relax. And then lengthening up through the spine so that our ribs are stacking over top of our hips. And the back of the neck is becoming long, so that often means the chin is kind of drawing in. Take a nice big inhale through the nose and open the mouth. Feel your shoulders melt down. In through the nose. Open the mouth. Feel your jaw relax. In through the nose. Open your mouth. Feel the muscles of your forehead soften. Just bring your awareness to your breath. Feel that expansion of your chest and or belly on your inhale. And the relaxation of your chest or belly on your exhale. And if it feels like you're not able to get enough breath in through your nose, just allow yourself to breathe in and out through your mouth. And give yourself permission right now to adjust any of the offerings made in this class to better suit you or your body's needs. Knowing that you know what is best for your body. Trusting and allowing yourself to explore throughout this practice. We're just going to take our fingertips up to our jaw, the hinge of our jaw. And just allow yourself to gently start massaging this place in the body intuitively. Or maybe you want some kind of light, sweeping feather touches down the jaw. Let your fingers go up to your temples. Allow some massaging here. Or anything that feels good. Rubbing, sweeping. Letting your body kind of direct you to the places where it needs your touch right now. And then just release the hands down to the thighs. And just noticing what that feels like. And then take your right hand to just behind your left ear and start to massage or sweep down towards your left collarbone. This muscle here that we're tracing and massaging lovingly is our sternocleidomastoid. It attaches to the collarbone, also the sternum. When we breathe shallowly and into our chest, we use this muscle. So it could be a little bit tense if we've been doing a shallower breath. It could be because that's how we normally breathe, or maybe a little bit of a stress response. So just give yourself some love here. Permission to let go of any tension. Take those fingertips just to right above the collarbone. And gently pull the skin down towards the collarbone. And take the right ear over to the right shoulder. And maybe you feel a connection, a stretch between the jaw and this place on the collarbone. And if you don't, just allow yourself to gently explore the angle of the jaw until maybe you find that place. And then take a moment, a couple breaths here. Next, inhale, bring your head up, release that arm, and just take a moment to notice the sensation on the left hand side of the neck. Maybe you're even noticing the difference from the one side to the other. And we'll take the left hand to just behind the right ear. Again, we're massaging down towards the right collarbone. Maybe we're doing some light sweeps. Either can be just as effective for our nervous system. Some people will like a deep massage, other people just need that touch. And then bring those fingers to just above the collarbone, gently pulling down that skin towards the collarbone, taking the left ear over to the left shoulder. Maybe we're finding that connection, stretch from the jaw all the way down. If you have a tight jaw or are a jaw clencher, you're probably feeling this. You're free to explore, find a place, and take a few exhales of release there. Inhale the head up to center. Just taking that moment to notice how is your jaw feeling? How is the neck feeling? If you have your legs crossed, you might want to switch the cross of the legs. And taking your right hand up to your left shoulder, your trap. Just giving yourself a little bit of neck and shoulder massage. And switching sides. And release. Feeling that in the shoulders. So nice. Now from here, you can keep the arms down or you can interlace the fingers. Just extending the arms forward, feeling the shoulder blades widen in the back. And squeezing the shoulder blades together. Shoulder blades forward. And shoulder blades back. If that's too much, just release the arms down. We'll start to do some circles, so take the shoulder blades up, squeeze them together, and back down. Shoulder blades forward and up, squeeze them together, and back down. forward, up, squeeze them together, and back down, and roll. Move those circles in the opposite direction. We did interlace our hands. We went with a habitual pattern. So switch which finger, index finger was on top. And it will be the one that feels a little bit weird. Now we're squeezing the shoulder blades together, going up, widening, moving the shoulder blades down. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and move up, widen and down. And for me, this is also the direction of my shoulder blades. That feels a little bit more, not imprinted so much into my brain. A little bit of a less finessed and refined movement. And then release. Feel that blood flow in around the shoulder blade. Allow your eyes to open if they've been closed. You can take your strap or your scarf, and we're just going to get into a little bit of rib cage breathing. Now, if you don't have a strap, that's okay. You can just take your palms and put them onto the lower ribs. If you do have a strap, you can take it and just on the lower ribs, crossing in front of you. We just want to take a nice deep inhale and exhale. And maybe what we can see as we keep breathing is the biofeedback with the strap. That as we inhale, our hands are moving closer together. And as we exhale, we need to pull the hands. We're really noticing the expansion and release of the rib cage. And we can feel what part of our rib cage is pressing in to the strap to move it. So is it the front and back? Or is it the sides? Generally, people get a little bit more side action here. 2 more breaths. Jaw relaxed. And shoulders relaxed. And then release the strap. And we're going to move on to our side. We need either, a couple folded towels to put under the rib cage, or maybe a bolster. And then sometimes, depending, we might want something under the head as well. If we don't have anything, maybe our head can rest down and it can be comfortable there. I'm just going to fold this blanket in half. There. We'll just take our top hand to that lower side part of our rib cage. And we're on our side. Our hips are mostly stacked. We're just closing our eyes. And bringing our awareness to the lower ribs. Feeling that expansion, the top hand is rising. And the lower ribs are pressing in to whatever is below them as they try to expand. So we're really feeling this lateral expansion of the rib cage, both skyward and earthward. Once you feel like you've got this motion and action, you can just take that top arm and start to do some gentle movements. Lots of muscles from our arm attached to the rib cage. So if we have tightness in our chest, it might inhibit our breathing a little bit. Just any kind of movements that feel good. Maybe exploring that shoulder blade a little bit that we started with, that extension of the arm, but also then extending the shoulder blade. If it feels good, you could rest that arm up overhead. If not, you could bring it back to the sides of the wrist. Take a few breaths here. And then release, walking ourselves back up. We can either roll over onto the other side, or I'm going to pick up and switch sides just to stay on camera. Again, get yourself set up, your prop right under the rib cage, maybe something for the head. And take that top arm to the side of the ribs. And just take a couple breaths here. And feeling that expansion upward. And also that pressing downward. And if you feel good about your rib cage breathing, you can take that arm. And as we continue to breathe and expand through the ribs, and just do some gentle sweeping motions with that arm. If we want, adding that movement of our shoulder blade, extending the arm, even just a little bit more forward, coming from that widening action of the shoulder blade away from the spine. And again, you could pause, taking that arm up overhead for a few breaths. Or maybe you really liked the biofeedback and feeling the rib cage press into that hand. Taking one more breath here. And slowly release, bringing ourselves back up. I'm just noticing how that is feeling. We've worked our way, from the jaw to the shoulder and into the rib cage. We're going to keep working our way down. We're going to do a psoas release. I also think of this a little bit maybe as a bit of a diaphragm release as well, because um, the psoas and the diaphragm both thread into our lumbar spine. Again, you can have your bolster behind. You could roll up your yoga mat as well, or have a couple of cushions, maybe even a couple blocks with a blanket on them. But we're going to put pretty much the place directly behind our heart. That's in line with the bottom of our shoulder blades, right here. And that's going to allow kind of lower back to kind of sink down into a bit of a hammock. You could have your legs straight out, or you could have the soles of the feet together and the knees bent, but you want some props, either the blocks or the couch cushions. So as you lay back, again, you want that resting no lower than the tips of your shoulder blades. You want something for under your head and neck. And take a moment to find something that feels like it's the right height. You'll know it's the right height when it makes you go like, ah, yeah. Just taking a moment to allow your body to relax into the support below. Releasing the weight of the head, the weight of the chest, and the weight of the hips. Begin to feel all the muscles in your belly soften and relax. All the muscles in your chest soften and relax. Feel your jaw relaxing. Your eyes relaxing. Allow the legs to relax. Just feel the muscles along your spine releasing. No effort. Give yourself permission to completely let go. Just imagining the back is in a hammock. With each exhale, the bottom of the hammock is getting closer towards the ground. The breath is easy. Effortless. There's a bit of a smile in the corners of our mouth, in the corners of our eyes, in the corners of our heart. Maybe a couple more breaths here. And then maybe helping your legs back together. Bringing yourself back up. And just taking the moment seated. Notice any sensations happening there along the spine, the diaphragm, the psoas attached. Noticing a warming sensation. There's all this new, fresh blood rushing in. Allow the eyes to reopen to the space if they're closed. We are going to get into our last position, and we'll have our legs up on something. So this might be the time you want to get a blanket if you don't already have one. So you can put your legs up on a bolster. If you have a chair or a wall, you could use that as well. Get something for under your head. Just get yourself nice and cozy here. And so just take a moment feeling yourself settle in. Letting the weight of the body be held by the ground below. Letting the muscles in between the ribs relax. Letting the muscles that attach to the bottom of the rib cage relax. Our abdominal muscles on the front of the body are relaxing. Muscles that attach to our spine on the back of the body are relaxing. We're going to do a little bit of self massage. First, we're going to take a finger, and there's a point in our belly button that's a psoas release and a lymph point. So you could do this, with your shirt up if you're comfortable, or through your shirt. Just taking that finger down and into the belly button. And taking a few breaths here. Finding a pressure that feels good for you. Knowing that some people are going to love this. And some people might have a strong reaction to this or any of the practices that we do. We're holding a lot of tension in any area of the body. Sometimes our reactions can be a little bit of nausea. So just pay attention to these markers of our edge. And then begin to just make some gentle, small circles. The thoughts that are coming to my mind right now are just about this being the connection of life to my mother, the center of my being. And then allow those circles move a little bit more to the edge of the belly button. Maybe they're a little bit pulling the edges as they make themselves in a circle. And then moving in a clockwise direction, using maybe the tips of the fingers and the hand, just starting to massage the belly, starting right from around the belly button. And taking your time, spend a few minutes doing this. And this could be a little uncomfortable. You could have a lot of different emotions or feelings about this place in our body. It could hold a bunch of stress or tension that we're kind of unaware of. So just, be gentle with yourself. Think of this as an act of love. Maybe we start to feel our hip bones, the ASASs, do a little bit of kind of massaging here, maybe into the side, the place in between the kind of hip and ribs on both sides. And then just let the hands rest by the sides or on the belly and just notice. How does that feel? Getting into a little bit more of the diaphragm, we're going to take our fingers and we're going to hook them a little bit gently under the rib cage. And just hold them there. Take an inhale. And as we exhale, allow the belly to soften. Inhale. And let the rib cage relax. And take another breath. Belly and rib cage softening. And release. And notice. Walk the fingers a little bit more to the outside of the rib cage. Again, hook the fingers gently. Take an inhale and an exhale. And belly relaxes. An inhale and exhale, rib cage relaxes. Let it all go. And release. Just notice how it feels. Take the fingers, walking them one more time, just a little bit further. Finding a place to hook them. Taking an inhale. As we exhale, belly relaxes. Taking an inhale. As we exhale, rib cage softens. Let it all go. And release. And feel the whole body. Maybe there was some tension you never knew existed. Maybe you're feeling completely relaxed. Or maybe that was too much for you right now. You can stay in this position for a shavasana. Just a couple minutes, letting the whole body relax. Letting the jaw relax. The forehead soften. And then just start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Of course, you could stay in your shavasana a little bit longer. The knees in. Roll to the side. Just taking a moment here to give yourself a little bit of gratitude. Bringing yourself back up to your seat. Just noticing your breath. And did that practice impact our breathing? Does our breathing feel easier? Is the rib cage expanding more? Is there less effort? Or a deeper, fuller breath? So thank you so much for moving with me, and I hope that that practice